Today, I'd like to talk about a man that personifies the word change. A man who went from a bloodthirsty killer to a loving father. I'm talking, of course, about the legendary god of war, Kratos. When this franchise started in 2005, Kratos was a mercenary who slaughtered countless in the name of Ares. This man ripped and tore through entire cities, that is, until Ares tricked him into murdering his own wife and child. What he became next would be nothing short of a demon of vengeance. In the name of his fallen family, he carved a bloody path to Ares and slayed the god. He then took the mantle of god of war and used it to slay thousands more. Gods grew tired of this insatiable violence, but the god of war did as he pleased, destroying and conquering countless cities with his Spartan army. Knowing he was out of control, Zeus took his powers and slew Kratos with his own blade. So angry at the betrayal of his own father, Kratos ripped and tore his way out of Hades, killed the Sisters of Fate, and used their powers to travel back in time for a rematch with Zeus. Now back and more powerful than ever, Kratos teamed with the Titans for one sole purpose: to kill every one of the cocky and corrupt gods of Olympus. One by one, Kratos brutally murdered each and every one of them, slowly ending the world around him as he did. This bloodshed would ultimately lead up to a final battle with his father, one where he made the man pay for each and every transgression against him. After this harrowing battle, Kratos was left with nothing and no one. The world around him was in utter shambles. I honestly assumed that this would be the end of old Kratos, though I couldn't have been more wrong. As years later we see Kratos in a new world with a new purpose. With a healthy son, he no longer wished for the violence he once lived for. Now what he wanted most was peace and to raise Atreus in his image. Even though the violence finds them, Kratos strives to fight for a peaceful life with the boy. This really surprised me, as I didn't think Kratos had a loving bone in his entire body. All he was to me was a meathead killer that loved wreaking havoc, having literally no other purpose than to spill blood. It just goes to show how priorities change when you have something to live for, living to make someone you love happy instead of yourself. Kratos is now more soft-spoken, understanding, and merciful, even choosing to ignore the many mean and spiteful comments his son can make. It goes to show just how much he loves the little hardhead. He even welcomes new comrades throughout their journey, something he would have never done in the Greek era. With the modern games, I think we are witnessing a demon turn into a loving father, which no one could have expected. He's a fallen god that wanted a fresh start in his dark and brutal world. Though don't peg him for a coward, as Kratos will gladly kill to keep the peace that he wants for Atreus, even if it means digging up old secrets that were meant to stay buried. You know, change is something we can all relate to. Throughout your life, you have opportunities where you can kiss old ways goodbye and welcome new ones, give up a bad habit, or even start one, welcoming new people in your life and getting rid of ones that weren't good for you. Going back to school and trying to make up for time that you wasted. Time is always ticking, and with it, change is something that is inevitable. At the end of the day, the reason I made this video is simple. Kratos' change over this series is very awesome to me. From killer to dad, this guy's been through the ringer. In my opinion, I think it's probably time to kill him off, only because the man deserves some rest. I mean, geez. There are other reasons to think this, such as his age, and that it would be great character development for Atreus. Imagine a future title where his father dies and the boy picks up his axe, whether it be for revenge or his own battle that must be won. Though no matter what happens, I think the Ghost of Sparta will always hold a special place in my heart. So thank you for watching, and if you have any tips for me, feel free to share them in the comments, and don't forget to like the video. Thank you.